He has given first of this in introduction. He kept summary of Bhagavad Gita introduction first. At last is conclusion. In the middle there, just subject matter. Just and one analogy like for eating. For eating, we first see, for eating, what do we need first? My desire to eat. Then we'll see it's for whom it is cooked. Second thing, first of all, in which spirit I have to take. Then second one, for whom it is cooked. Is for mine or for someone? If you see it is for mine, then next thing is, so what is this? What is the items prepared, that is I like or not? Then what is the subject matter of Bhagavad Gita? Then we start eating, process of eating. Now how we should accept. Then last, what is the result of eating? Then eating is complete. First, my mentality. Is I eat or not eat. Then second one, for whom it is cooked. First of all, I should accept Bhagavad Gita or not. Then question is, Bhagavad Gita is meant for me or not. Then when I ready to take, then subject matter. Which one I want to take? What is the subject matter of Bhagavad Gita? Even a subject matter of Bhagavad Gita, then process of eating, how we should accept it. What is the process? And after getting, what do you get? The result. After eating, nourishment. The first one we see, the spirit of Bhagavad Gita. Who is spirit? In whose spirit Krishna has given? Or in whose spirit Vyasadeva has written? In the very beginning, Vyasadeva has mentioned that Dhritarashtravacha, Sanjayavacha and Arjuna Vacha. But fourth one, not Krishna Vacha, Sri Krishna Vacha. Fourth was Sri Bhagavan Vacha. That is, Vyasadeva is writing this book that you should not take Krishna as a human being. He is Bhagavan. With that spirit, we have to take this knowledge. Before accepting knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, we should make up our mind. This knowledge is given by Krishna. He who is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, not an ordinary person. Without that mentality, we cannot accept. We could give example like by licking the bottle of honey, one cannot drink honey. First, open the lid. First, one should accept Krishna as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. In the introduction, very beginning, Prabhupada mentioned, Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. When Bhagavad Gita, 2nd chapter, 2nd verse is coming, Sri Bhagavan Vacha. Prabhupada start explaining what is Bhagavan. So, before reading Bhagavad Gita, we should make up our mind, Krishna is not an ordinary person, he is God. And who is God? Then Prabhupada explains who is God. Next, if we accept, yes, Krishna is God, I have understood God. Now, next version, it is spirit of Bhagavad. Now, for whom it is cooked, this food is cooked for whom? Is Bhagavad Gita made for me or not? Bhagavad Gita will urge to fight in the battlefield. I am not fighting. Then Prabhupada mentioned, yes, purpose of Bhagavad Gita to give knowledge. Those who are in the ignorance, darkness of ignorance and suffering in this material world, to deliver them this Bhagavad Gita. Now, who is spirit? Krishna is God, but next step, if we really want Bhagavad Gita, we should understand, yes, it is meant for me. I am suffering in this material world. Bhagavad Gita is meant for to deliver the person who is suffering in this material world. So if we don't, first one, Krishna is the God. Second one, we should have the mentality that yes, we are suffering. Hare Krishna. Internet is so weak. I keep in left mobile connection, but I cannot unable to unmute myself. So first spirit that Krishna is the God. Second, for whom it is meant. Yes, it is meant for me. Yes. Bhagavad is meant for deliverance. Those who are suffering the material world. Then second thing, I have to understand, I am suffering this material world. First thing, Krishna is the God. Second thing, I am suffering in this material world. Then, third point, Prabhupada introduction so nicely mentioned. Third point, okay, Krishna is God, and I am living such suffering. What are the other subject matters? The next point is, what is subject matter of Bhagavad Gita? Nicely, actually, that 5 subject matter nicely mentioned by Sri Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Prabhupada gave that emphasis. Subject matter of Bhagavad Gita is 5. Ishwar, Jeev, Prakriti, Kal and Karma. But what is about knowing all these things? What are you going to get? Apart from karma, all are eternal. Ishwar, Jeev, Prakriti, Kal. So those who are eternal, we can't do anything about it. As karma is not eternal, so we can change karma. By changing karma, we can change everything. Like permutation combination. So now, karma, we should change our karma. So by changing karma, we can from this darkness of this material world, from here we should go in Guru Vrindavan. So now, next point will come, what is there in the spiritual world? That is, where we go, what is there? Then explain Sanatan Dham, that is eternal abode. As this eternal abode and living entity also eternal, that is why their business to go back there. An eternal word means Sanatan, which was in past, now present, it will exist in future also. Sanatan Jeev has come from Sanatan world. So that is why the Sanatan Jeev should go back to Sanatan world to serve Sanatan God. That is Sanatan Dharma. And that dharma is not for the body, dharma for the soul. Prabhupada next mentioned that we are body and soul, both are things, but we are discussing about the dharma of soul. That soul is Sanatan. That is why his nature or dharma will be also Sanatan. This loving relationship. And that will be developed only which one is Sanatan, only connecting with that. Sanatan Ji serves Sanatan Lord in Sanatan Dham. That is the goal of life. Now, what is the process to go back there? Process is in 8th chapter mentioned. Jang jang babi sharan bhavam tajitat. At the time of death, the consciousness, according to your consciousness, will achieve that. Jang jang babi sharan bhavam. What we remember at the time of death, will go that destination. Now, if we remember Krishna, only we are able to go there. Now, how to remember Krishna during time of death? The answer is that for remembering Krishna at the time of death, we have to practice always. Tasmat sarveshu kaleshu ma manusmara jittacha. That is why Tasmat sarveshu kaleshu ma manusmara jittacha. Mayu arpita manobuddhi mamabashi. Is there any other process? No.
This is the best process. Yoginam vi sarvesham madgatanantara. This is the best process. Tasmat sarveshu kaleshu mamanusmar jiddhacha. If you want to go back to Godhead, just by remembering Krishna knowledge. There is no other path better than this. Yoginam vi sarvesham madgatanantara. But this modern man is struggling very hard, going to moon, planet, and other planets. But that is not the process. Process is Sravanam Kirtanam Vishnu. When Prabhupada is explaining, somebody may ask, okay, if we want to go that spiritual world. How? By Sputnik? No, it will not work. Only process Sravanam Kirtanam Vishnu. When we do that, this will lead to remember Krishna always. How we should remember always? Then Krishna is explaining, yes, Abbas Yoga Yuktena, Chetasananda. For that, we have to Abbas Yoga Yuktena. We should practice. It's done automatically. Chetasananda, for practicing, mind should not, consciousness should not go from Krishna. There's so many types of allurement. No. Now question, it is very difficult. Prabhupada said, no, it is not difficult. How it is easy? Easy? Just Prabhupada next is explaining. Introduction in 32 pages, Prabhupada has given everything. Then Prabhupada is explaining how to go. It is looks like it is very difficult. Prabhupada, no, it is not very difficult. It is very easy. How? One must learn how it from an one should learn it from an experienced person. That is her guru. Tat Vijnanartham Shagurumeva. Easy and hard, what is that? Those who know, that is easy. If we don't know, then it is difficult. So the devotees, for them, this practice is very easy. So we should learn from them. Those who have make their life successful, everybody have accepted the same process. Like Srila Prabhupada, his life has changed after meeting his spiritual master. Then it became very easy. Everybody can accept this process. No one is buried out. All classes of men can approach Krishna by thinking and hearing about him. Krishna then explains, Mami Patta Vapasrita Jiyavisha Papa. Anybody. When we say this type of thing, if we simply follow this Hare Krishna Mahamantra, chanting, hearing, we can go back to God. Immediately, no, I am a sinful person. Is it possible for me? Then Krishna said, no. It is qualified. Everybody is qualified. Mami Bhatta Vyapasrita. They will take complete shelter. Istriya Vashyas Tatha Shuddha. They present the Parangati. They also. Then what about those are Brahman? Everybody can go. So Bhagavad Gita, why Bhagavad Gita? Before giving Bhagavad Gita, Prabhupada is giving introduction so that people are interested to read Bhagavad Gita. Because Bhagavad Gita has given everything. If we accept in the mood that Krishna is the God. I am living in it. I am suffering in this material world. I want to get it from this all type of suffering. With that mood, under the guidance of a spiritual master, if we practice Sravanam Kirtanam, then one day we will go back to Godhead. Everybody, if I am most fallen, if I become like Opichasi Sarvabha Papa Kirtama, most fallen, still with the help of knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, we can cross over this nations of suffering. And at last, Prabhupada has given the conclusion. Conclusion by explaining Gita Mahatma. Gita Mahatma, Gita is so important. So, just simply by reading Bhagavad Gita, one can free from all sufferings of all previous sinful activities. Bhagavad Gita also said, Sarvadhan Prityaja Mamekam Sharanam. Moline Machanang Pungsha Jalasnanadin. One can cleanse himself daily by taking bath in water. But if one takes the bath even once in the sacred Ganges, water of Bhagavad Gita, for him the dirt of material life is altogether vanquished. So, water can clean only, first thing, every day we have to take a bath, but Bhagavad Gita only once. And water can clean external dirtiness. Bhagavad Gita will clean dirtiness from the core of our heart also. Now, for getting this type of result, if we have Bhagavad Gita and which is spoken personally by Krishna, then why we should read other books? Gita Shugita Karta. Kimanne Shastra Vistari. When this type of knowledge is directly spoken by Krishna, if you have that book, what is the use of other books? Jashang Padmanavasya Mukhavaddat Vinasita. Which has come from the mouth of Krishna. Okay. Ganges came from the foot of Krishna and which can purify 3 worlds. So, and Gita is coming from the mouth. Who is only more powerful? But for Krishna, coming from leg or coming from mouth, there is no difference. But still, those are coming from the leg, foot, washing foot, the Ganges, can purify 3 worlds. Now what will happen? This will read Bhagavad Gita. If someone read Bhagavad Gita, Gita Ganga Dakang Pitta Punur Janmana Vidyate. Bharatamrita Sarvasya Vishnu Bhakta Dinis. Mahabharata. In the middle of Mahabharata, this Bhagavad Gita is there. It's so powerful. It's just Vishnu Bhakta Vinishita. It's coming out from the mouth of Vishnu, Krishna. Gita Ganga Dakang Pitta Punur Janmana Vidyate. Simply by reading Bhagavad Gita, one will free from the repetition of birth, death, old age, and disease. Then at the end, Gita Mahatma said, all Vedic literature are like cow and Gita is like milk. The essence of cow is milk. Essence of all Vedic literature actually Bhagavad Gita. Why it is important in modern life? This modern life very, very important Bhagavad Gita. Why? Because the whole world is suffering. There is no peace. Everyone peace, wants peace. How you get it? Why this quarrel? Quarrel due to center is different. When center is different, the quarrel, clash between each other. But if everybody worship Krishna, there is no clash. That is why Ekam Shastra Devaki Putrikita. If everybody read Bhagavad Gita, Eko Devo Devaki Putre. If everybody only serve Krishna, and Eko Mantra Tasya Namani Jani, and everybody chant only Krishna's name, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Karma api eko, tasya devasya. Everybody is only one service to please him. So only then peace and prosperity will come in this world. So at the end of introduction, Prabhupada concluded with this verse. So here, Prabhupada has given the essence. Why should read Bhagavad Gita? How should we read it? For whom it is there? What is the process? And what is the result of reading by reading Bhagavad Gita? So that is why everybody should read Bhagavad Gita. And Bhagavad Gita is like a book. As it is not a material book, transcendental book. That is why we'll get every day newer and newer realization. Why newer realization? As we are progressing in bhakti, so we will see with our that type of that type of attitude. Every time when we read Bhagavad Gita, when we're progressing, according to level of progressing, we'll understand Bhagavad Gita in such a way. Before coming Krishna consciousness, we are also reading Bhagavad Gita and understood in different ways. Now, after accepting Krishna consciousness, we are understanding Bhagavad Gita in other way. And when we progress in Krishna consciousness, we'll get newer and newer realization. That is why we should never think, yes, I have understood, read Bhagavad Gita 3 times, 4 times, no need of reading now. No. We should read Bhagavad Gita always. If we are so advanced, we relish in other way, different way. That is, nobody should give up reading Bhagavad Gita by thinking that, oh, it is primary. Now I am advanced, only the Bhagavatam and Chaitanya Charitamrita. No. You can see Prabhupada's lecture in purport of Bhagavatam, purport of Chaitanya Charitamrita, always quoting from Bhagavad Gita. Hare Krishna. So many flies are there. Any question or comment?
Hare Krishna Maharaj, thank you so much for such a nectarian class about Bhagavad Gita. Maharaj, I have a question. Until I got married, I had Garima. I had a regular Bhagavad Gita, not Prabhupada's Bhagavad Gita. And I used to read every single day 2 verses from I was a teenager. But after a lot of responsibilities came and everything came, we would hear Bhagavad Gita here and there in the class and the Sunday. But that habit is gone, Maharaj, of reading every single day 2 verses. Even when I go for book distribution, I tell everybody, if you read 2 verses a day, there are 700 verses, there are 365 days, you can finish it. And then first 2 days, even I have motivation. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to read. I'm telling everybody, but I'm not reading. But then as the week passes, I also forget. And so many responsibilities come. First chant, take care of deities, everything. And then Bhagavad Gita becomes like, okay, tomorrow, maybe tomorrow. Half of the time we don't even remember. So Maharaj, please give some advice where I'm motivated every single day to read.
If, again, the example given. If one plate of prasad has come in front of you, you say, oh, I'm not feeling any hunger. What does it mean? If you feel hunger, only eat. So many delicious prasad may be there, but if you don't feel hunger from inside, you cannot eat. The same way, when we will not understand we are suffering, it is medicine, it is required for me, we will not eat. We will eat for the purpose of ritualistic purpose. But when we really understand, I am suffering this material world, I have no taste for holy name, I cannot rise up early Mangalarti, I have no taste for serving the devotees, I have no uh, enthusiasm for preaching. So, for my disease, I have to eat Bhagavad. If someone is eating, that means he has no hunger. So we are not reading Bhagavad Gita, that means we have forgotten that we have fallen soul. No, I am a devotee, I have said the 16 for I can deliver other. I am not thinking that I am fallen soul. I need for my deliverance, reading Bhagavad Gita. So first, before getting medicine, one should think that I am sick. If I don't take medicine, I'll die. Then I'll take medicine. Now, question come, any practical tips? Yes. If you think, I read so many times, now give lecture on Bhagavad Gita to other. Make a study circle with other, with 3-4 devotees. If you are busy, other will remind you.
Mm.
Nowadays, for modern technology, by sitting here, not by wasting time by going and coming, but sitting at home, make 15 minutes, 20 minutes study circle, reading Bhagavad Gita. Read 10 minutes every day. Make a study cycle with someone according to their time. One day will finish. Like every day we are reading a Prabhupada book, half an hour for last 5.5 years. We have almost complete Prabhupada's all book in Hindi and Bengali. So simply half an hour. So hundreds of devotees have finished all books of Srila Prabhupada. Those are listening, they're getting benefit. Okay?
Yes, Maharaj. Thank you. Thank you so much, Maharaj, for wonderful motivation for us. Hare Krishna.
Chinmayanag.
Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj, Dhanavad Pranam Jai Shri Prabhupada. Thank you for the class, Guru Maharaj. So Maharaj, my question is that, so as it is said, right, by only reading Bhagavad Gita, we can remove all the dirt from our core of hearts. So now in this age of Kali Yuga, so why do we need to chant a Mahamantra? Can't we read just only Bhagavad Gita and remove all of our dirts?
Because if you read Bhagavad Gita, there Krishna is saying, Shatadam Kirtantamam. See, if you read Bhagavad Gita and Krishna is saying, always chant my name, then why you should not chant? What do you have then understood? Why you are reading? You are reading Bhagavad Gita and you are following his instruction. He said, Man manaho mad bhakta mad jajimanamastu. You are not following. So is this reading? You know, whatever is telling, you are not accepting. What is that type of reading?
Okay.
Okay. But at the same time, if with that faith if we read, you will get deliverance. In Chaitanya Charitamrita mentioned, one devotee in Ranganath temple is reading Bhagavad Gita crying. Mahaprabhu came. Other people used to laugh at him because his pronunciation was not proper. So Mahaprabhu understood. He's a great devotee. He said, Sir, why are you reading Bhagavad Gita and crying? Then he said, actually, I am a illiterate person. I cannot read Bhagavad Gita. But my spiritual master told me to read Bhagavad Gita every day. So that is why I don't know how to pronounce, but I'm following my spiritual master's instruction. Then Mahaprabhu asked, yes, I can understand, but why is crying then? He said, when I open Bhagavad Gita, I see Krishna is driving the chariot of Arjuna. And I cannot close the book. Because when I open, I see Krishna and Arjuna. I cannot close the book. And I cry by saying, our Lord is so good, so merciful. Being Lord of this universe, He's driving the chariot of his devotee. By remembering that, I cry. Mahaprabhu said, yes, you are the most qualified person to read Bhagavad Gita. If you read Bhagavad Gita with that attitude, then yes, simply by reading Bhagavad Gita, we can go back to God. When we opening Bhagavad Gita, seeing Krishna Arjuna, what more he want? But we cannot imitate. We should read Bhagavad Gita and follow the instruction. And you have learned from devotees that we should read Bhagavad Gita. But that devotee told also chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. You are not following that instruction.
Yes, Maharaj.
Okay.
Thank you, Guru Maharaj. Thank you.
Okay, any other question? Then from next class, I just give some summary 3 books, Nectar of Instruction, Nectar of Devotion, and Bhagavad Gita. So Srimad Bhagavatam, all this type of book. Maybe one day you can glorify Srimad Bhagavatam. Then we'll go. Yes, better we should glorify one day Bhagavatam. Next class, glorification Bhagavatam. Hare Krishna. I've come to Rajasthan yesterday. It is a remote place, city. The temple, internet connection is very poor. That is why I could not share my screen with you. Thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada.
Thank you. Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj.
Hare Krishna.